Previously on Cooking with Angus.
Well, girls, I have to go back to Scotland, and you have to go back to the United States.
Hi, Angus. Great to see you. It's been, what, 25 years, maybe?
25, probably close to 25.
Wow. Well, let's have a chat.
Yeah,
Great to see you. But you were talking about students.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, there's a couple of American girls we've got in the kitchen working.
Really?
Yeah. They're working away there. Yeah.
Wow.
Shall I get them? Yeah. April, Megan, come in.
How did you two get here? Can we go in and see some dishes now? I want to go see what they've been doing.
Well, let's go see what they've been
Let's
doing.
do
They've been doing
it.
some great stuff. Come on.
Edinburgh is the capital city of Scotland, the beautiful country that I come from. It's here that I've met up with my GRCC culinary students, Megan and April. We have an amazing opportunity to learn from the chefs at Number One, a Michelin star restaurant at the Balmoral. This is a luxury Victorian landmark hotel right on Princess Street. Jeff Bland, the executive chef, and Brian Grigger, the head chef, get started by showing us the Balmoral smoked salmon.
Okay, so girls, this is my signature dish for the restaurant, and this is the Balmoral smoked salmon. So this salmon here was exclusively done for the Balmoral Hotel, and it's to my own recipe. So it's exclusive to us. No one else can buy this salmon except us. I'll just go through it with you now. So basically, this is the smoked salmon. We make a terrine from this, and in between each layer of the salmon, we have lemon butter. And then next up, we make a mousse from all the trimmings from the salmon, so nothing goes to waste here at all. So we've got smoked salmon mousse, which goes on the plate here, like this. Just a little taste all the way around.
Even although you're the executive chef of this Number One, you're still actively involved in the actual presentations of all the food?
Yes, everything that we do. We've made now a lemon puree to go on the plate. So we've got smoked salmon puree and lemon puree. Next up, we had a soft-boiled quail's egg. That just sits there. We've got some Russian sturgeon caviar that we're going to put on the top. So that goes on there like that. Just on the top there. And then we add some fresh apple.
But I think what Brian, I don't know if he's told you, that to actually get that smoked salmon, forget the rest of the things, was a 12-month process before that, working with the whiskey barrel people to get the whiskey barrels so that we could get them chipped, so we could then get somebody to smoke them and then get them to cure them to our recipe. And also the different salmon take smoke differently. So it was a trial and error for about 12 months before we ever got to that stage.
So we got some nice fresh herbs to go in the dish. And then what we do next is we put the lid over the top. And we have in here some of the whiskey chips that the salmon's been smoked over. So it's whiskey smoked salmon. Some whiskey chips here. And what we do is we're just going to add a little bit of smoke under the glass. So that just goes there like that. Now this will go into a tray now to go into the restaurant. And when it goes into the restaurant, it goes down like that in front of the guest. And then just go like that at the table.
And that's what you call Scotch mister.
Brian had another plate to show us, an assiette of Scottish rare breed pork. This assortment features the loin, a piece of the belly, the head, which is cooked and flaked, then wrapped in the skin of the head, crispy pig's ears, Scottish girolles, a white bean cassoulet, a celeriac and apple remoulade, red wine sauce, and a cappuccino of white beans. Wow, this is a remarkable dish.
So the first thing we do is take the remoulade. So this is celeriac and apple with a mustard creme fraiche. So that just goes in there like that. There we go. Next we got is a casserole of white beans. So we've got some nice broad beans here. So it's just in season just now. So it goes in there like that. There we go. Then we take our pig's head, our belly, our pig's ears, just go in there like this. Girole mushrooms, beautiful Scottish girolles, like that. And then we take our loin here, which has been cooked in the water bath at 63 degrees. And then from there, just going to carve that down. Still nice and pink. Okay. Take that there like that. Okay. Take a nice red wine pork sauce. Put a little bit on there. Okay, and then we take a cappuccino of white bean. Just a nice light sauce. Just going to put some of that on the plate, like so. We have a nice celeriac and mustard puree, just to finish. A few pieces of that on the plate. And there we go. It's your assiette of Scottish rare breed pork.
Coming up on Cooking with Angus.
It's better to do something less complicated well than do something complicated badly.
My first choice for college, GRCC. Why? Because what you learn in 2 years lets you transfer to a university at the top of your game. Because what you save in tuition is worth thousands of dollars. Because the hands-on learning and academic support are second to none. Because the honors program challenges you to do your best, while student life makes you feel connected to the world. All those reasons made GRCC my first choice and the best choice.
At CC, it's a very diverse campus. Meeting people who come from more diverse environments and communities.
GRCC best prepared me, I think, for the university. Like, it wasn't a big jump to where the university had harder classes.
In order to advance myself, I needed to have at least an associate's degree. And it doesn't kill your pocketbook. I'm sure we saved thousands.
I think it's a better experience. This is a lot more personal. I'm glad I came.
I love GRCC because I love Grand Rapids.
I chose GRCC because it's close to home.
I can take my time to decide what I want to do with my life.
I love this campus because it's an affordable way to take basic classes.
I chose GRCC because it was the best place to get reacquainted with school.
Because I love being downtown.
Because it's military friendly.
So I can pursue my dream of being a dental hygienist.
Because it offers the same educational experience as universities.
Here at Number 1 in Edinburgh, Scotland, my students and I sat down with Jeff Bland, the executive chef, to taste the dishes we had just made and to talk about what being a Michelin star restaurant really means.
Well, really, it's the main thing is consistency, you know, because we're open 7 days a week. Every diner that comes, we might do 600 plates in a night. It's the consistency of 600 plates. Obviously, there's a lot more than that. If you don't buy quality products, the right kind of products, then however good you are at cooking, you're never going to make them great. If you want a Michelin star or you want whatever accolades, it all starts by day in, day out, being consistent, making sure that everything is right. This is about giving people a feeling, you know, a feeling of great food, being able to relax and enjoy. But I think at the end of the day, there's thousands of chefs can produce one good meal on one day, but they can't produce a good meal every day. And that is what makes the difference. Wow. Smoked salmon smoked, eh?
I haven't had smoked salmon since I came home.
But again, there's thousands of smoked salmons in the world, eh? But it's picking the right thing and going through the process.
That is truly remarkable.
And every country in the world has things that are quality. Every country in the world somewhere has something, a bird, a wild boar, or whatever. And it's finding those things and then working with them, you know. What about the pork there? I mean, I'm a pork fan. I think pork has been underrated because it's been mass produced. You see, you've gone for the premium cut there, where really you should take a knife and the head, the flavor. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, I think that's the other thing, is not ignoring where the flavor is in an animal. Yes, it's nice to have tender pieces of meat, but it's also good to have slow cooked things that are packed with flavor that are really gonna light up your taste buds and say, wow. So you've got different tastes, different textures, but you've still got that pork, you know what it is.
One other thing I just want to mention is the service. The service that you have here, the wine list, has to complement this quality of
Vital. I think the other thing is that service is a feeling of ease, a feeling that they can relax, a feeling that, you know, that they are the king, which they are, you know. We have Gary Quinn here in the restaurant. He's the director of the restaurant. He looks after it. He came here with me 18 years ago, and his one thing is, whether it's his granny or whether it's the Queen, he looks after them. I think some people think waiting on a table is just taking the food out, pouring the wine, making sure they've got the cutlery. It's not. It's giving the guest an experience, a feeling that, wow, this is nice, you know, and I'm important, you know.
Well, Chef Bland, a million thanks for all of your help, and the education that you've given these wonderful girls has been just off the planet, just amazing stuff. From the restaurant to the food, to Number 1, to the Michelin star, just everything. I just sincere thanks on behalf of our college, and we'd like to present you with an honorary graduation medal, which you can wear proudly at Grand Rapids Community College, Secchi Institute for Culinary Education.
Brilliant. That's the first time I've ever graduated. Thank you.
Coming up on Cooking with Angus.
2 haggis, please. You'll eat a chip with it.
My first choice for college, GRCC. Why? I was ready to build a career. I traded taking notes in a classroom for hands-on learning. I found a program where I can follow my passion. What I'm saving on low tuition will pay off if I transfer to a university. And I know the skills I'm learning will build a better community. All those reasons make GRCC my first choice and the best choice.
I chose GRCC because it's close to home and I like the campus.
Because it's affordable.
Because I love the atmosphere.
Because they have a great photography program.
Because they have a great psychology program.
It has the same activities as any other college.
Because I can get my general classes out the way.
Because it's quality, affordable education.
Because it's close to home.
Because I love Grand Rapids. For medical assisting.
Because they'll kickstart my future.
At CC, it's a very diverse campus. Meeting people who come from more diverse environments and communities.
GRCC best prepared me, I think, for the university. Like, it wasn't a big jump to where the university had harder classes.
In order to advance myself, I needed to have at least an associate's degree. And it doesn't kill your pocketbook. I'm sure we saved thousands.
I think it's a better experience. This is a lot more personal. I'm glad I came.
We had an incredible time at number 1, learning what it means to attain a Michelin star. Now that my GRCC students were in Edinburgh, Scotland, I wanted to show them around this cool city.
Wow, that truly was amazing. What an educational experience with Jeff, and all that wonderful food was just incredible.
Awesome, it's delicious.
Yeah, so I suppose while we're here, I will show you some of my country.
All right.
Yeah, I think it'll be fantastic.
After getting out of our chef's whites, we braved the city streets. Haggis, black pudding and white pudding are 3 of Scotland's most famous foods. Along the Royal Mile, we stopped in a shop to get some to go.
Okay, girls, we're going to go and have some Scottish delicacies, okay?
Okay.
Some of the things you may not get elsewhere in the world. Hello. May I have 2 blood pudding, 2 white pudding, and 2 haggis, please? Is there not a black there? Is that black? Yeah. Give me 1 of each then, and 1 haggis. My mouth is watering already just thinking about it.
What's the difference between the blood and the white?
The black and the white, the only difference is the blood.
Okay.
Exact same recipe, but the black's got blood in it. So the blood helps to hold it together, coagulate it, and make it richer. Yeah. So there's quite a lot of iron flavor in it, but it's really, really good. I think we're good to drink. Oh, give me a bottle of iron brew.
Salt and vinegar on this one as well?
Yes, please. Somebody carry that for me. All right. Iron brew. Coca-Cola's the #1 selling drink in the world, apart from Scotland, and this is the #1 drink in Scotland. Iron brew.
What does it taste like?
It's fizzy, really, really sweet. Much obliged to you. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks very much. Cheers, man.
Thank you.
So when we were young, this was a traditional thing to do. You go into the chip shop, you buy a haggis, white pudding, black pudding, but you always eat it on the street. You don't like sit down. You go find a little close like this here, sit on a step and enjoy it. So we're going to start with that one, the white pudding.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Now this one is made from oatmeal, onions, barley, seasonings. Tell me what you think.
That's actually really good.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
You eat a chip with it, because the chips are really thick. They're not crunchy chips like you get
Oh yeah, they're soft.
in the States, but
And the seasoning.
okay, let's try the black. This is a little bit more intimidating, but
I'm a little nervous for this one,
Are
I'm
you?
not gonna lie.
look at that. The only difference between that one and the white one is that this one has blood in it. So it's going to have a very strong flavor of iron, but it's really rich. You know, so that one was like mild, but
Right.
this one is extremely rich. You ready?
It's a lot thicker.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
It's
more
kind of
tasty.
smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, here we go. Robbie Burns' favorite meal. Here comes the haggis. Now, the haggis is a little bit more complicated because it does have offal in it.
Okay.
So it does have lots of meat product in it. But so these are really, really three traditional things. I'm not going to eat mine until I see your reaction. You like it?
It's good.
This one's really good.
The chips are wonderful, aren't they? It's amazing how when I went to America first, chips were like crisps, potato chips. But over here, chips are fries. So when I'm ordering chips, we're expecting fries to come on our plate, but chips come. Let's just look down the wine and enjoy our chips.
Oh yeah.
Coming up on Cooking with Angus.
Here in Edinburgh, on Rose Street, especially this beautiful street here, there's a pub and a brewery every 15 feet.
At CC, it's a very diverse campus. Meeting people who come from more diverse environments and communities.
GRCC best prepared me, I think, for the university. Like, it wasn't a big jump to where the university had harder classes.
In order to advance myself, I needed to have at least an associate's degree. And it doesn't kill your pocketbook. I'm sure we saved thousands.
I think it's a better experience. This is a lot more personal. I'm glad I came.
I love GRCC because I love Grand Rapids.
I chose GRCC because it's close to home.
I can take my time to decide what I want to do with my life.
I love this campus.
Because it's an affordable way to take basic classes.
I chose GRCC because it was the best place to get reacquainted with school.
Because I love being downtown.
Because it's military friendly.
So I can pursue my dream of being a dental hygienist.
Because it offers the same educational experience as universities.
My first choice for college, GRCC. Why? Because I was ready to take my future into my own hands, and GRCC gave me that opportunity. Because the money that I'm saving on the low cost of tuition, I'll use to earn my bachelor's degree. Because I'm making connections to build my career. Because while I share my ideas with other students, I'm pushed to challenge my limits by my professors. All those reasons made GRCC my first choice and the best choice.
Before ending our day in Edinburgh, there were a few more sights to share. Starting with a fantastic green space in the middle of the city, Princess Street Gardens.
Girls, as you can see, we're now in Princess Street Gardens, and this is a beautiful place, but you can feel the wind that was just coming whipping off the sea, just over the hill there, and it's just really, really windy. It's just amazing today. This here was originally a loch that flowed into the ocean, and it was the loch that all of the waste from the castle was thrown into in the early 1500s. And it was very significant because this is where they tested if the witches were real and all that kind of stuff. So it's got a very sordid past. But the one interesting thing was that when it rained, the streets were cleaned and it all washed down the cobble streets into the loch. And then eventually, I don't know exactly when it was, but they just got rid of the water and they filled it in and made this beautiful gardens, which you can see. Yeah. And we're just going to go for a stroll down the garden. You ready? Let's go.
Just down the road is St. John's Church. A peace garden with ancient Edinburgh history surrounds the grounds.
This is a very, very ancient graveyard at St. John's Cathedral, right below the castle. So you can see you're surrounded by ancient walls and ancient mausoleums and ancient memory posts like this one here, gravestones. But one of the things about the early times was that they were really scared of being buried alive. So some of the actual graves used to have bells with strings going down into the coffin in case you woke up and you could ring the bell and somebody would come and dig you up. It's just wonderful to walk around and read some of the dates, 1708, 1600.
Our last bit of exploring had us in the new town along a narrow street formerly used as a service entrance to houses and now completely pedestrianised. We were on Rose Street.
As you know, the brewery culture in Grand Rapids has grown immensely over the last 10 years. But here in Edinburgh, on Rose Street, especially this beautiful street here, there's a pub and a brewery every 15 feet. Yeah. And it's very traditional on a Saturday, on a Sunday, to come out and just sit most of the day and just drink beer and enjoy the people's company, people walking by, just people watching and just having some fun. So I think I'm going to take you for a pint of beer now.
All right.
Is that okay?
Sounds good.
So, let's go.
All right.
As we sat down inside Rose Street Brewery, we had a pint and remembered our great day in Edinburgh. We learned from a Michelin star chef how to prepare and present some incredible food. We grabbed haggis and black pudding to go and enjoyed it in typical Scottish fashion. Immersing ourselves in the culture of Scotland, taking in all the city has to offer.
Next time on Cooking with Angus.
Sea lochs, and this is Loch Leven. Alison, tell us a little bit about this beautiful restaurant you have here by the ocean.